Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl Leela here, and today I'm thankful for my brothers. I'm grateful for my brothers, the little bit of time that we got to spend with each other. I'm happy that I've had those moments and I can look back on my life and reflect and just remember our time together. Um, what's up? It's your girl Leela. Um, I have two brothers, Bryant and John. For those that don't know, my one brother that I was closest to, Bryant, he passed away. And when you lose a brother, and it sucks. It's one of the toughest things in the world that you have to go through. Let me just tell you that first of all, because you don't expect to lose your sibling. Um, we used to plan, we used to talk and tell each other that we'd either live across the street or, right next to each other because we wanted to be like my grandmother and her kids. At one point in time, there was my grandmother in one house, and then one of her sons across the street. My mother lived next door, and my other uncle lived down the street. And that's how I want my family. That's how I want my kids. And when I think about that's how my grandmother used to live, I can imagine my life like that. Well, anyways, today we're talking about being thankful for my brothers. And I just want to say that I didn't get a long time with neither one of them. John went to prison for a long time when I was 5 years old, and didn't get out until I was about 13. And Bryant, we separated when he was 12 years old because he entered foster care. And I didn't see him for like 4 years. It was like every now and again thing. You got to think, I lived with my brother my entire life. Every time we moved to a new house, every time, you know what I'm saying, shit happened, we always had one another. And when he was 12 years old and I was 10, about to be 11, we were separated. So I miss him a lot because not only was we separated for the 4 years in foster care, but when we got older and we aged out and he went to prison the first time when he was, let me see, I was 20. So he had to be 21, 22. He went to prison and he was locked up for 4.5 years. So that's a total of 8.5 years that we won't together. And then, my older brother, he was locked up most of me and Brian's life. Um, but he was out of prison for the last 10 years and he just got locked up 3 years ago. So, that takes a lot of time out when we're only given one life and one shot at this. And with my brother, one brother being dead and the other one in prison, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because we're each other's lifelines. That's all we got. We don't have no parents to fall back on. It's just us. And it's fucking sad because Bryant, I'll never see him grow old. I'll never He'll never have children. Nothing. And John, on the other hand, he has about as many children as I got. So that's a blessing. And I always thought that it was kind of unique that me and him had a set of twins. And my cousin JoJo just had a set of twins too. He got a boy and a girl. Me and John got boys. We got all boys. Well, John has daughters. I'm talking about our twins. But anyways, I just want to be thankful for my brothers. I want to, thank God for them, and I want to give them a shout out on YouTube. But although they're never going to see this, um, It is what it is, you know what I mean? Life is crazy. When I was 10 years old, did I think any of this shit was gonna happen? No. No. No, I didn't. Shit. When I was 15 years old, did I think any of this shit would happen? Nope. You know what? When I look at me from being a teenager to now, like, mm, mm, I was so fucking mean when I was a teenager. Now that I'm older and I realize that, life is unpredictable, I wish I would have been a little bit kinder. You know what I mean? Just looking back on life. Like, I wish I would have been a little bit nicer. But sometimes I was very mean. And when you're a child and you're growing up, you think the world revolves around you. And you're clearly mistaken. You know, just because I was going through shit in my life didn't mean that I had to be rude or negative to other people. And it's biting me in the ass. It really is. Because these people at social services could have helped me get my kids home. Maybe if I would have been a little bit nicer, but I was a bitch. I was tired. I was aggravated. I missed my brothers. I missed my family. I didn't understand, like, why life played out the way it did. Like, if it felt like when I was a kid, everybody had everything. They had their mom, their dad. People were successful in life. They didn't get counted as a number or, had to go to, a Christmas party hoping and praying to see your brother so y'all can spend a fucking few moments together to get handouts from the state or, donations from people that feel sorry for your ass. You know, I think my problem is that, Miss Harrell showed us love, yeah, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a family type setting. I mean, there was a lot of us, and I'm thankful for my sisters too. Let me just say that. Let me say, well, I wanted to make a different video about them, but since I'm already talking about them, might as well be thankful for my brothers and my sisters, because I love them girls. And I mean, sometimes life is all about perspective. You can be real negative. Like, look at me. I can be like, oh my God, growing up in foster care, all these fucking, foster girls, different personalities. Believe me, there was plenty of motherfucking fights. If I can go into detail and to tell you everything that happened up in there, y'all would be stunned. There could be like a reality TV show about what the shit that happened at 816 Terrace Drive. But I'm just saying, and then my foster mom had two houses. So there was one on Terrace Drive, and then there was one on Antrim, right around the corner. So it's just, I miss her so much, and I love my foster sisters. Like, I pretty much got along with most of everybody in there because I minded my business. When shit didn't go my way, I hit the fan. Like, I had a real nasty attitude, and I feel bad about that now growing up, I could have been nicer because everybody got shit going on in their life. Just because you got shit going on in your life, so fucking what? Other people got shit going on too. Even though it petty to me, it's something relevant to them. And I just, mm, I just want to be thankful for my people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very thankful for my brothers. Although I feel like we could have spent more time together. Like, if me and Brian didn't get separated, maybe that would have changed his life. You know, maybe that shit didn't, I don't know. It's just so much that goes through my head. And that's all I got time to do is think about shit. It's like, how did this happen? You know, how did everybody that I love and care about end up dying, yo? Like, Miss Harrell is dead. My brother is dead. My other brother is in prison. Like, my parents are dead. And it's like, what the fuck? And I think that's why I value people so much now. You know, I value the people that I have relationships with. If I see them on a daily or if I just talk to them through Facebook or whatever, like, I really love them people. And it's sad because sometimes I get twisted in my own head, like, they don't care about me. Like, if I died tomorrow, it wouldn't even fucking matter. But when they call me, like, my brother, he called me yesterday, and I got to speak to him for 15 minutes. And he told me I was his lifeline. And sometimes I don't look at the value that I play in somebody else's life. So I guess I'm thankful for me too. You know, thankful for my brothers, my sisters, myself, my kids. And it's only on day 4 of November. I hope I can keep this shit up. um, I pray that I do. Because I want to see people through a new light, a new perspective, you know, instead of so negative all the time. I know negative, ugh, negative can take a toll on your heart, on your mind, on your skin. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm blessed. I guess I'm very blessed. I gotta thank God. I do. Sometimes I forget where I could be. And this is heaven to what could be in a different reality. Do y'all ever think about that? You ever think that, damn, man, life fucking sucks. But then you gotta realize life could be so much worse. And I just wanna be honest and real with you. Like, my friend, she lost her husband to cancer. 32 years old. He's 32 years old. Lost her husband to cancer. I don't want to picture losing one. I'm thankful for one. He's beautiful to me. Mm, I don't. I'm not gonna cry because it's not that time. But I just wanna. I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful for what I have. My brothers, my sisters. It might not be a normal family on an outsider's perspective, but it's family because we love one another, and that's the only thing that matters to consider your family. You know, is love, is trust, is loyalty, and it's crazy and beautiful. Ain't it crazy how beautiful love is, right? You can't hold love in your hand, but you can feel it, and when you feel it, you say all these positive emotions, you know, all these beautiful things. When you think of love, you think of hearts and butterflies and stars and I love you to the moon and back and all that shit, right? When you think of love, when you think of loyalty, honor, and respect, it's beautiful. I love my brothers, I love my sisters, I love myself, I love God, and I and I love my kids. I was going to say above all, but you know, above everything is God. I don't know. I just want to be thankful for what I have. And I have a lot. There's people that is not as fortunate to have as much as I have. And I always got to remain humble. I don't know. It's just a tough time in your life when you're by yourself. you know. But then I look at my brother. My brother's in fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? He's the definition of by himself. And I think that's what, like, because sometimes I just put myself so much first. Like, my kids are fucking gone. You know, woe is me. When, you know, but this battle has been going on for a long time. But in my mind, I didn't feel like it was a long time. Like, you know, you, when you go to sleep at night and you wake up, you live to fight another day in your head mentally. And that shit itself is fucking torture. I wish I could turn it off. I wish there was a switch. There's not. And I don't know. I just want to be blessed in the moment and thankful. I want to be so thankful, you know? Mm. I hope the kids see this, honestly. I hope the kids will learn something from these videos. I think I taught them to love each other pretty well. I always told them to look out for their brothers, you know? The older ones, I would always say, hey, make sure you look out for your brothers. Make sure you look out for your brothers. Not that it's a fucking trying to be a parent, but sometimes your brother is all you got. And let me tell y'all a little story. I know it's getting long. I see it 17 minutes in. But the reason why I had Xavier was so Mikkel wouldn't be alone. You know, like when you think about life and everything that's going to happen on this life, you want someone to be there for each other, you know? And then I had Cameron because I decided that I wanted to try for a girl. Turned out to be a boy, but I still loved him. And he was the first one to look like me. And then I had Sebastian, and we played the twins. And Juan snuck Valentino on me. But all my blessings, the best times in my life, I gotta say, is when I was expecting my babies or when I just had them. But I'm gonna save that for another video. Like, I know it's getting long, but I just want to say that although I grew up without my parents, God has blessed me with people that I will never forget, sisters that I will never forget. And you know what? My kids are probably going to have the same. They're going to remember these boys for all their life. The people that have entered foster care, that have got out. And it breaks my heart that mine stayed in. And it's crazy because it's like a family fucking curse. Like, everybody in the fucking family has had some bullshit happen to them. Because you know why? Because I don't think that they'll ever go to prison. The boys. I pray they don't. Like, you want them to have the best. You know. And it's more than materialistic shit to have the best. Sometimes to have the best is to be educated. To have the knowledge to make the correct choice. And even when you make the correct choice, even though it hurts like a motherfucker, you just gotta do the right thing. Anyways, that's for another motherfucking video too. But right now, I want to be, I'm blessed for my foster sisters, my biological sisters. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to talk about them. I don't really know them. I have spoken to my one sister, no, to both of my sisters on Facebook. I met the one in person for like a day, and that's awesome. But I don't really know them. I plan on getting to know them more and better, and hopefully, I'll get to know the side of my father's family because I don't really know who they are. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Life could have been different. I admit that. But I'm in the here and now. Thanks for watching my video, y'all. I'm going to end it here. I want to say that I'm thankful for Bryant and John. I'm thankful for my biological sisters, Angie and Lori. I'm thankful for my foster sisters. Um, you know, there's a lot to name. I was about to start naming them, and I just don't want to go into that much detail into naming all these girls. But I will always love them, and they will always have a special place in my heart, especially my roommates that, I lived with for years. I will always love those people. And as far as my ride or die, Stephanie, she'll always be my number one. I love her to pieces. Although she breaks my heart sometimes, but I guess I break her heart sometimes too. Because sometimes I'm a mean fucking bitch. I'm mean. And sometimes the people that you love the most gets it the worst. And I love you, girl. And I love my brothers, my sisters, and of course my kids. And above all, God. Love God. Gotta give God a shout out. Yeah. I'm thankful. It's November 4th, and I woke up thankful that I woke up. And I'm blessed to be here.